Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. Nice and early for those of us here in Australia. It's 7 o'clock here in the morning, and I know if you guys watching overseas, it's 10 o'clock at night. So thank you very much for staying awake to watch us and have a listen to all the different music that we've got coming around. We've got a lot of shows this week. We've got 3 today, so we've got one now, we've got one at 10 o'clock, and then we're back at 6:30 tonight as well. So go on, they're already up on the page, and you can press the get reminder button just because they're at such different times. So that will actually give you a reminder 20 minutes before we go live, and then I think 10 minutes, and sometimes it gives you one like 3 minutes before as well, depending on what you've clicked. We've got Emilia waiting for us in the green room, so we might welcome her into the room.
Hi.
It's so late. Thank you for staying up to talk to us.
That is okay. It's my pleasure.
I've been excited. We've had to reschedule and get you going.
I know.
This last few weeks there's been so many reschedules in Australia here because everyone's starting to get COVID and things.
No.
Hitting us, and it's horrible. But we've had lots of reschedules, so we don't mind. We can fit them all.
Oh man, I was just another one on the pile then.
Yes, you were. Yeah, there's heaps, so don't worry. I know we're here to talk about one of you, but we haven't had you on the show before. I wanted to go back, and you've got such a long music history. You've done so much since you were so small. Tell us about why, when you were 6, you started playing piano and doing things like that. Can you tell us something about your music?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's like nearly 20 years ago that I started playing music. I started on the piano. It was that kind of, at school, you can have lessons, give it a try. My parents have always been super encouraging about trying things and really supportive throughout my life with all sorts of different sort of hobbies and things I tried. And I mean, I tried a lot, and like horse riding, the different sports, all that stuff. Music is the only thing that stuck, like the only thing that I stuck with. So, I mean, it just makes sense. So I've been sort of obviously been playing a long time, and then I started writing songs when I was about 11.
Okay.
And it happened completely by accident. I didn't sort of set out to say, hey, I'm going to write a song. I'd been singing covers and stuff just for fun. And sort of confidence building with like one of my music teachers, and it just happened one day. I just sort of started getting a bit of an idea, and I was like, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna record it, voice note it, and sort of see what happens. And that just kind of kicked it off. And I started, as I meant to go on, because we were supposed to be going somewhere. My family were waiting for me to go out for the day, and that is a theme that has run throughout all of my songwriting career now. It's either the middle of the night or I'm supposed to be doing something else.
Yes, it's never at a convenient time.
No, never. The worst time is when it's on the motorway and I'm sort of driving down, usually the M1, and I'm driving down and I'm like, and I'm like, oh no, I've got a song idea, and I have to turn to my other half and I'm like, babe, could you just voice note this for me?
Record me for a moment.
Yeah, just hold the phone up in my direction. It's fine.
Is your partner? Does she record as well? Does she write music with you?
She doesn't, but she is extremely creative. She's a photographer.
Yes.
And she's gone freelance in photography sort of middle of last year, and it's just been insane to watch her grow and like develop in that career. And obviously she does a lot of my stuff. I was a guinea pig for a while as well, so she had me doing all sorts, like standing under waterfalls in like 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah. But it was really good fun. So yeah, so we're a good team.
She understands your creative side and knows when you say to do this, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
She does. It annoys her, but it's okay. When it's the middle of the night, she's like, could you not?
Yeah.
Like, could you
Yeah.
not do that right now? But I can't help it. It
Yeah.
happens. It is what it
It
is.
happens, yes. Darcy is glad to hear that you're a little bit better.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting there. I think I was saying
We're
before
getting
this,
there.
I'm about 70% there.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a little while, doesn't it? It's like me.
It does.
I'm a few weeks in now, but it's still exhausted. It's that tiring. As you heal, I think it takes your energy away.
It does. It, like, focuses all the energy on, like, getting better. You're kind of like, but I want to do life right now. I'm bored. I've
Yes.
had enough. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
here
I
I
feel
am.
like that. No, I don't normally get very hungry, but I've been hungry since having this done. I'm like, I must need the fuel. Oh, have we froze? Can you hear me still? No? It's gone a bit funny. Hang on, we'll pop it down for a second, bring it back up, because sometimes it unfreezes. No? We'll give her a moment because she might come back in a second. But we'll just pop it into the green room and see if it comes back. Are you there? Now you can hear me again?
Am I back?
I don't know what happened. Yes,
Okay.
internet.
I think I'm back.
It's probably the internet. Internet is
It's
so
the internet
slow
goblins.
sometimes. Yeah, that's and we're a long way away. We're a long way
Yeah,
from each other.
I'm gonna use that excuse to be like, we're literally on the other side of the world, so it's
Yeah. I'm
acceptable.
in the future, as we were saying before. I'm in your
Yes.
future. It's yeah. So I don't know how the time zones. Whenever I'm doing schedules for artists that are international, it's so I have to triple check myself because it's so confusing. I'm like, what day is it for them and what day is it for
I'd be
me?
useless. I'd be absolutely. I was like, I had a moment yesterday where I thought, is it tonight? Is it happening today? Is it? And I thought, no, I'm sure she said that date. And I'm like, but did she say the date
That's
for her, which would be the
yeah.
day before for me? But you cleared it up, so it's fine.
We got there. It was I have to triple check and I put it in my diary and then I think, oh, did I do it the right way around? Don't trust myself.
I would fail. I would fail so hard.
You were saying you wrote your first song at 11. Do you
Mhm.
still play some of the songs that you wrote when you were young, or are they just tucked away somewhere?
I think everything up to age 14, 15 is not seeing the light of day. Although having said this, I did record some and I did make 2 albums
Wow,
before
when
I
you
was
were
14. So they are somewhere in the world and I'm not telling anybody where.
yeah,
Most of them I think are with me and they will stay that way. But yeah, so there's some gems somewhere on the internet.
that is awesome. You had to start somewhere though. And
I did. It was
what a
guess
great
did have someone, a friend of mine did send me one of the YouTube videos of when I was like sort of 14, 15. I was like, oh, thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for reminding me that
that's a
happened.
lovely reminder. Thank you. Yeah, at least you know how you've improved.
Yeah.
So getting in it so young, your parents were very supportive, but were they musical at all? Did you have other musical influence in your family?
Weirdly, like not in my immediate family. So my parents weren't musical themselves. But I think I got their sort of work ethic. They're very driven people. My dad built his own business. My mum's a teacher and sort of she worked in high schools, but she now works with them, or she's worked with special needs children. Like she's really got that caring side. So I feel like I got a good mix of that work ethic and that sort of dedication that they both have to their careers. And I thought, yeah, that's something that I can connect with. And then the music side of it, it was, just something creative. I think I've always been a creative. I've always been that sort of that way inclined. And then having sort of the music teachers from an early age, from like the age of 6, being around that, it just really spurred it on. I mean, I've got some of my extended family, so like is it second cousins or cousins once removed, whatever it is, those ones. They're musicians, so they're touring musicians. Or I've got my aunt who's a conductor and she goes over to LA a lot. And so it's in the family somewhere, but yeah, not my immediate family, not my parents.
It's there's still something in your blood, isn't there?
It's in there. It's in there.
That creative gene. So coming further into your career, when you hit your teenage years, you still continued to write and continued to play, and you've taught yourself playing guitar and piano. What else did you do to find your way in music? Because you studied music for a little while as well, didn't you?
I did. So I did for ages I thought, yeah, I'm gonna be a biologist. And that was like the route I was gonna go down. I was gonna go do biology and like live on an island and do marine biology or something like that to that effect. It kind of really interested me. And I'm still super interested in like how the world works and how we work, and it amazes me every day. But then when I got to sort of like 16, so like sixth form, I did music tech at A level, and that kind of opened up this whole world to me of music production. And then I was like, I'm going to be a producer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go be a producer. No, I was just like, no, I think I'd been singing a while. I'd been singing like restaurants and doing that kind of stuff before going to college. And I think that kind of, I had a few bad experiences, and I think I thought, oh, I'm not really for the stage. I don't really want to do it. I'll write for other people. I'll produce. I'll do this. And so then I went on to do a music production degree and formed a band. And then I thought, actually, no, I'm really suited to performing and writing for myself and singing my songs. I really enjoy it. And so we did a full 180 again and went back to the performing and found my feet in that again, and sort of took an interest in music business so that I could DIY my career. Because
that's right.
Why not?
It makes what you do a lot easier because you can take more control over what you do and how you do it.
100%. 100%. And it's empowering. Like, I think it's really important to be able to run your show as an independent artist, and especially as a female independent artist as well, in a very sort of male-dominated production. Was male-dominated. I was one of 5 girls on a course of 150. So
oh, wow.
I didn't have any lectures apart from the music business lectures, which were across all of the disciplines. None of my production lectures had another female in them. I was the only female in there. And I did feel it at times. Most of the time, everyone was lovely, didn't really treat me any different. Sometimes I had oh, it's all right, give me that, love. I'll call that cable for you. I'll do that for you. And I'm like, whoa, you don't know me. They're kind of like, and I think that's what made me feel like I can do my own stuff.
Yes. I think we might have lost you again. I'll try bringing it back off and on the screen. Are you there? No. Yep, now we've got you back. Hey, can you hear us? You're back. You're back.
Okay.
Internet.
I feel like we're gonna do this a few times. It's just gonna mess with them.
I miss being in places where I had people with me, where it's not, we don't have to rely on technology to talk and to do songs. So you were male-dominated classes, but that, for me, that would also be a little bit, it'd be exhausting and hard to try and compete, but it'd also be you'd be quite proud because you're leading the way for other girls to go, yes, I want to do this.
Definitely. I think I've seen a lot more change since I was at uni, and sort of I've seen a lot more women coming into sort of those production roles and those male-dominated roles, and I think that's amazing. But I wouldn't sit back and sort of say, okay, we're still fine now, because there's still a lot that goes on behind closed doors in the music industry. There's still that sort of that shadow there, and I mean, it's not just music industry; it's in general in daily life. So I was very proud to sort of be one of those 5 and sort of fly that flag, and to be able to speak to younger musicians, to younger producers and young women coming up in the industry and say, you can do this. I did it. I'm here. You're seeing a representation of yourself doing that. It just encourages you to do it.
It definitely does. And I think it's great to be able to, as you said, to hold that flag. And it's just it's such a nice way to look at it and to keep encouraging people. Daryl said that him and Astrid would pay money for your 11 to 14.
Oh, well, I do have a Patreon, and so if that's the case, if you sign up to my Patreon, I might.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea. And Sam said Easter's coming up on the weekend. It is too. Happy Easter, Sam. It's great to see you joining in again today. And Jonathan is here. He's based in the UK as well. So we've got a lot of people coming in. So thank you for joining us. For those that it's early or late, it's a funny time, I know. Are you still there? Have we lost you again? This internet gremlin, we'll give it another try, see what happens. It'll come back in a second, I think. So we'll give it a moment. Sam, thank you for your message. I had an operation on my neck. That's why I've got this on. So it'll be on for a little while longer yet. You're back. Can you hear us again?
I can. Oh God.
Thank
I
you
need
for being so
to get
patient
my
with
internet
us.
fit.
The amount that we pay for internet, you would think it would be perfect.
I know. It's supposed to be super fast.
That's what they say here too. Yeah. So one of you, tell us about one of you. When you wrote this song, because I read that you find love songs quite hard to write at times, but this one sort of flowed. So tell us about the writing of one of you.
Oh man. So I've tried writing love songs before and they always come out really cheesy. So I don't want to do anything with them. But my other half, Tammy, she was teasing me like, you haven't written me a love song. Like, you don't love me clearly because you haven't written me a love song. You're a songwriter. It's what you do. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like trying for ages to write this love song and it just kept coming out so bad. Eventually, what you happened, I was like, okay, this is not so bad. We can work with this. And so I finished writing it. I thought, right, okay, this is decent. I need to do something with this now just to prove a point, if anything else. And I thought, what a better time to do it? It's just after our 3-year anniversary, because I'm cute like that. I can be cute sometimes. And I wanted to put it out there because it's something different, and it's not something I've shown before. I don't think I've ever really shown this side of myself in my career. So I wanted to put that out there. My last release, Medicate, was an EP. It was quite heavy.
Yes.
Dealt with some difficult emotions and sort of was quite out there with sort of mental health things, and sort of documented some quite dark moments in life. So I wanted to lift the mood back up again. And it's sort of a nice way to round off my releases for a while. I won't be releasing now for a little bit. So I wanted to leave it on
a nice high, happy note. We know the internet will come back. We'll give it a moment and it will be back. We'll try just doing this again. I don't know what's going on. The internet doesn't want to play ball today, but it will come back, I think. We have got a competition coming up. We've got the winner's CD that we need to pop up on the page soon. But we're just trying to formulate how we do it across all of our platforms now. Can you hear us again? Are you there? I can see you moving now. No, not quite. Can you hear? I can hear you. Can you hear me? It's just had its moment.
Okay, cool.
Really wanting to go to bed, the internet. No, we've lost it again. So we'll give her a moment. But yes, so we have got our Winner City competition about to run. We're just we've got so many platforms that we're going live to now that we're trying to make sure it crosses all of them evenly and work out a way that you guys can have as many chances to enter and win without excluding anybody that watches from certain platforms. So we're in the process of doing that today and last night. So we hope to have that running for you as soon as we can. I think we might have lost her because she has closed out of the room. She might come back in a moment, so we'll give her a minute. Today we've got another show at 10 o'clock this morning in Australia, and then another one at 6:30 tonight as well. So make sure that you keep an eye on the times, and I think it's working now. Hello. It's working this time.
Move.
Yeah.
It kicked me out this time.
It actually kicked you out.
It was like, see you later. Go away.
You're going. Daryl said the internet in the UK seems to be dreadful everywhere lately. It's been playing up here too in Tasmania too. There's a few people saying it went down at work all day, and I've heard a few things like that. It's very strange.
Yeah, mine just doesn't like working in general. I think that's and Zoom meetings, FaceTime, anything. It's kind of like that sort. yeah.
Are you
Sorry.
right in the city, or are you a bit out somewhere? Whereabouts?
That's probably got something to do with it. I live in the countryside, so it's
Yes.
probably it doesn't help. I'm quite far away from civilization, clearly.
Yeah, but it's
So
just nice. It's worth it.
definitely.
I have a cat that's just walked into the room. He's managed to open the door. So if something jumps over me in a minute, it's my very crazy cat that thinks he's a monkey.
That's
He's
fine.
sitting there.
That is
He's the devil,
fine.
and I can see him sitting there with those
Oh,
eyes. I thought, he's planning something. So don't be shocked.
yeah. Oh no, I feel like my pets act up as well. I've got a dog and a rabbit, and they both
No.
know when I'm on
Yeah.
a video call. If I do it downstairs, it's why I've come upstairs. The internet's worse upstairs, but I can't do anything downstairs on a video call because they just sense it and they
Yes,
immediately start going mental.
they do. He's just gone behind me now. So he's probably going to.
Oh,
He jumped on my back. I was walking down the hallway earlier, and he was behind me, and I didn't know. He obviously wanted to cuddle, and he jumped on my back, and he had all 4 paws on my back holding on.
oh, oh,
He just wants to cuddle. He's only tiny. He's a tiny little cat, and
yeah.
he's got a very big personality.
They always do. It's always the little ones. Like me, I'm 5'2", so got big
See?
personality as well. It's a thing.
It's part of the thing, isn't it?
It is.
So One of You was your last release for a little while. What are your plans for 2022?
My plans for 2022 are to get out there. I've got some gigs. I've done kind of a bit of a gig roundup post today. And then I've got more sort of in the pipeline that are waiting to be announced. So getting out there now that we can actually do that. It was really great releasing a lot. I did release a lot over lockdown. Because we couldn't gig and we couldn't go out and do that. So it was a great opportunity to be able to do that. But now I've got itchy feet. I want to get out there. I want to travel and yeah, go see people in real life.
Yes. Remember that we can do this, and but you have to remember to take your slippers off, because that's my thing.
Well, you say that I'm currently in pajama bottoms.
See, I've learned, just in case something goes wrong and I have to stand up to fix something, because I would be wearing my really daggy tracky pants that are, you've spilt cleaning products and they're bleached.
Oh
and
God, yeah.
So I thought I better not do that, because one day I'm going to stand up and they're going to go, "What are you wearing?" But I do have slippers on.
Slippers are the way. To be honest, like, why not just take them everywhere? Why not?
Exactly. If they're so comfortable, I think we'd be more productive if we could just
Definitely
be comfortable. What have we got here? So Sam said he's got a girl dog, and she's beautiful. Freckles is her name. What breed is she, Sam? She sounds gorgeous.
That's such a good name for a dog.
Oh, what a beautiful name.
I love that.
I love all animals. I love animals, and that's the problem. I go to visit my friends, but I get sidetracked with their animals.
Yeah, always say hello to the animals first. Every time. Every
it's
time.
their home first. They're the ones that rule the house, not us. That's the truth. So yeah, you've got more. You've obviously been writing quite a lot of music throughout the pandemic, and being your first love song is the reason that you've chose this one. How do you feel? Because you were saying originally you started writing music for other people. Was it hard to say to people, "You sing my song," and hear them do it? Because obviously they have their own take on it, because that's your baby. Was it a difficult thing to?
I think it's something I tried out, and full disclosure, wasn't hugely successful at it. Because I'd either I'd write a song and be like, no, I want to keep that for myself. That's really good.
Yeah.
Like, that's mine. And or I kind of write it and it just didn't really suit anybody that I was in touch with at the time. I didn't have a huge network when I was doing it, but it was kind of that aspiration, like, oh, I'm just going to be that songwriter, like in Nashville in the writers' rooms, and they just write all day for other people and then give them away. And I've kind of got to the point now and I'm like, I could do that with some of the songs I write that just won't suit my brand, because I've known how to build that now, and I'm building that up, and I know what suits me and what I want to put out there. But even then I'm kind of like, they're my babies. If you don't do it right, like, I'm not going to be happy.
Thinking, when someone takes a song to do it for you, I just think, I'm not sure how I'd feel. I'd have to know that person and their style and have a bit of a say in what they're doing.
That personal relationship.
Yeah, it's such a big part of you that you're putting out there. It's nerve-wracking when you do it yourself, let alone when someone else is trying to tell the story that you're trying to tell. It would be huge to be able to do that. Yes. I was thinking, I thought, oh, wow, she's amazing to do that. So when is your next gig? When can people see you next?
My next gig, unfortunately, I'm not coming to Australia anytime soon. I'd love to. So if anybody wants to like book me and bring me over, go for it. I'm so down. But my next gig is at the end of this month on the 29th. And it's a sold out show with Kezia Gill, who is like an amazing artist in the UK at the moment. If anybody on here's heard of her, she's great. If you haven't, go check her out. You will not be disappointed.
Definitely. We've actually got an interview with her coming up. So we're looking
amazing. Oh, brilliant. Well, she is just insanely talented. I'm really, really a little bit starstruck that she's asked me to support her on this gig, but definitely excited for it. And then I see Daryl's said he's hoping I'm fit enough to make Country in the Afternoon. I will be there. I will do it. My aim is by the end of this month, I'll be 100% singing, playing, not dancing because I can't dance, but all, back to the performing.
When is Country in the Afternoon? Have you got time?
That's in May, so I've got time to do it. April will be like my test run. I might have to sit down during the set, but it's an acoustic set, so it's okay.
We can adapt.
Exactly. We're very good at adapting.
We are. We've had 2.5 years of adapting, and we're still doing it. It won't stop us. So end of the month, it's already sold out. The Country in the Afternoon, can they get tickets for that one as well, or is
I think there's still tickets available for that. That was down in London as well, so I don't manage to get down to London too much. It's quite far away. So I'm really excited to finally get a London gig in. I actually had a London band show last month as well, so I'm getting there a bit more often this year, which is great. I'm going to come down a few more times, but it'll be really fun. And I've been wanting to play there for ages. So
yes, perfect. So do you play a lot of your gigs just you acoustically, or have you always do a band show when you're live?
It's a bit of a mix. I've done so far. I've done a lot of acoustic gigs, and it's sort of when it suits, it's those writers' rounds and those slots. I'll take them. I have no problem doing that. But I've got my band together, and it's just so much fun to play with them. They are insanely talented musicians, and it's just that sparks on stage and like that feeling of just. I can't describe it. There's no words for it. It just feels amazing. And so I'm really excited to get out more, hopefully this year with them. We've got a couple more sort of gigs that have been announced. Like we've got Buckle and Boots Festival in June. So that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
I've heard of that festival. I've heard about this festival.
It's such a great festival. Like it's such a community, family feeling when you go there. And then I played it a couple of years ago. Well, I say a couple of years, 3 years ago. Yeah, 2019, 3 years ago. Say a couple just works for that blip in time. And I played acoustically, so I'm excited to bring the band and change it up this year.
Yes, this year's going to be the year for us to get back out and have fun. Scott said, "Thank you for the interview." He said, "A new fan right here." I agree, Scott. As soon as I heard, I loved that. This song that you've just released compared to your other music it is different. You're right. It's got a different vibe to it. And I love that. I love that when artists are able to show different sides of themselves and they're not frightened to do that, because it's just you feel like, I think you connect more to people when you have more of an understanding in both different sides of their releases. It's really good. I think you learn to relate to them a lot more as you get to know them.
Yeah, it's great fun, and it's it's something that I'm always going to do. I'm always going to evolve. I'm not one thing. I think I put out a bit of a post because I didn't release this song into the country chart. I released it into the singer-songwriter chart just because it's kind of, one, I don't want that argument of just someone just going, it's not country though. And I'm like, well, it could be. It depends on your definition of country,
exactly right. There's so many areas that it can go under.
But it kind of, I wanted it to set the sort of precedent of what I'm going to do moving forwards, because I am going to evolve. My genres are going to blur some lines a bit and sort of shift around a bit, but I can always promise it's going to be from my heart, it's going to be from my soul, and I'm going to give it my everything. So if you love music, maybe check my stuff out, and you'll get a range of different genres.
That's what I love. I love that we aren't as scared as we used to be to stick to the one genre. I think now people are becoming more brave and able to release music and not be judged because it didn't quite fit under that hat. I think it's better to be able to mix yourself and give what you want to give 100%.
Definitely. You can stay true to yourself, and it's so much easier to put that out there and stay true to yourself than trying to fit in a box.
Exactly.
And I've never been one to do that.
No.
So.
No, I'm definitely not one that sits into one box. And yet you're right. People do think country is one sound. And that is, you hear people say, oh, I don't like country music. But then do you know what country music is?
There's a bit of country music for everybody.
Yeah.
I will stand by that. There is at least 5 country songs for everybody 100%. Out there.
And then you hear them, I don't like country music, and then they play a song and they're singing along. I'm like, do you like that song? Yes, that's actually country. Do you not?
Yeah.
It's that you don't understand what it is. It's just a title that people don't follow. And as soon as people say that and they close off, I think you just don't know what music you really do like. You're not giving it a chance.
Yeah,
so.
And it's a shame. They're missing out. They're missing out on some serious talent and like potentially their favorite song of all time.
Exactly right. No. I always, well, hey, are you like these songs? So what about this? Do you like this? Let me know. Oh yeah, that's good. Well, that's country. So you don't, I like to challenge people.
Good, you do that. You convert them.
We will. One at a time. We're coming for you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. One of a kind. Where can we find it? So one of you, where can we find it? Is it?
You can find it
music platforms?
Anywhere, all the music streaming platforms, and it's on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. So if anybody uses that and they want to use it, go ahead. It still confuses me, so good luck. Don't ask me for advice on how to do it. But yeah, if you want to take a listen to it, it's on all the major streaming platforms, as is all my music, I think.
Yes, and I have popped up in the top of the comments somewhere right back. It takes forever because sometimes they come in too quickly and I can't get to them. But I have put the links for YouTube and to the Buy Me a Coffee link as well. So check those out when we're finished here, and you can subscribe to those channels. And that way, next time that any of your favorite artists put out music, you will know. It'll alert you, so you don't have to sort of keep an eye every day. It'll actually give you an alert when it's released or coming. So make sure you have a listen before you go. Jonathan, thank you so much. You were such a great supporter. I know it's late over there. It's 10 o'clock. So thank you for staying awake for us. And thank you, Daryl, for staying awake as well. Thank you very much. They are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us and braving coming over here. But I cannot wait till we get you into Australia. It's going to be great when we.
Me too. Hopefully, it won't take too long.
Let me know if you're coming. Let me know.
I will
definitely do something. All right.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for coming, and thanks everybody. We will see you again very soon at 10 o'clock. So 2.5 hours. I think it's 7:30 now. Yeah, 2.5 hours. We'll be back. So we'll see you all very soon. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.